This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Okay, so a while back, I had discovered in a used game store, I believe, the weird EA Sims spin-off game called SimAnimals. And it's definitely not anything like your typical Sims game. I mean, you're not really like directly controlling the animals and interacting with them like that. Rather, you're kind of just chucking them around the map as hard as you can to get them to do what you want. I would say that was like 70% of my SimAnimals gameplay. And the rest of my time I spent feeding small animals to predators. You know what? Don't come for me. It's Mother Nature. This very clunky and tedious game has you, by the end, practically begging for beavers to just please God, please build a dam. Stop standing around and doing nothing. We need to build a dam to stop this oil spill. Oh my God, the beavers are being hunted by bears and boars and wolves. But by the end of my playthrough, we did it. We saved the forest. The only surviving beaver, Ida, she definitely carried. But I'll go ahead and take the credit because I feel like even though Ida, she lost her mans, and her baby got eaten, I was the one who suffered the most through that experience. Anyways, SimAnimals has a few games, SimAnimals on Wii and DS, and then a sequel, SimAnimals Africa, which released for both Wii and DS as well in October of 2009. I want to play the Wii version today. A lot of you guys said that this game is way better than the first SimAnimals, and we'll see. Chapter 1 mostly serves as the tutorial. Here we meet Zebra Totem, who is like totally going to help us unlock the secrets of these lands. She said she's from the valley, Zakora Valley, and like she totally has a Valley Girl accent. I love her dialogue. At this point, I'm already feeling like, okay, this game has a little more sauce than the last one. Yeah, actually, the first SimAnimals can kick rocks compared to this one. Petting animals is more complex. We pet animals in the scratch zones in a little petting mini game that's scored. It's way more involved than before. We also have a new mode where we get to actually directly control the animals in this game and use their unique talents to interact with the environment. Feeding animals is different now too. You know, instead of just throwing food at them, you select the animal you want to feed and dangle the food in front of them, and then it's all cute and they're munching. The animals just, they look way better. They're so much prettier and just more animated. You know, this game, it feels like it just has more life to it. The main goal is to gather enough good energy to activate the energy stones in each area. Good energy can be accumulated by having like, you know, really chill vibes, doing nice stuff for the animals, like feeding and petting them. And eventually you will accumulate enough good energy to unlock the next area. There's other goals to strive for too, don't worry. You know, there's a whole new category called challenge goals, which seem to be a little bit more, challenging, dare I say. I didn't take the time to figure out how to make the zebras kick each other into the water. I actually think that making one zebra kick another zebra is very bad vibes, which doesn't contribute to my personal good energy. The next area gives us a little bit more lore. A long time ago, humans and animals lived on this land together in harmony. Each tribe learned to communicate with the animals through totems. This is how the 8 great tribes came to be. And that's it. You know, that's all we get for now. More story gets revealed each time we enter a new area, so stay tuned. Memory Falls has 2 totems that we have to do stuff for. Elephant Totem and our girl Zebra Totem. And of course, since we have Elephant Totem, we also have elephants. Oh my God, wait. Baddie alert. Damn, girl. Elephant Totem gives us an ancient ring so we can play ring toss with the animals. And our task is to help cheer up the elephants by filling up their dried pond. And then the Zebra Totem wants us to plant more tamarind trees. So in order to get fruit to plant more trees, I need to befriend a zebra so that I can directly control it. They don't let just anyone do that. So I farm a few pets and feedings and befriend a zebra, go get a bunch of fruit. And then we struggle to figure out how to plant the fruit because it's the B button for some reason instead of the A button. Whatever. And now we need to water the trees in order to get them to grow. Luckily, the elephants will help us do just that. An elephant's special talent is spraying water, but again, I can't just start controlling the actions of any elephant I want all willy-nilly. I have to befriend one first. And I don't know if the elephants are just like harder to befriend or if this one didn't like me very much, but it took quite a few pets and even a game of ring toss in order for it to become my best friend. And now we spray. Occasionally we need to refill our water supply by drinking from the stream, but it took like 2 seconds to fill up this whole pond completely. I feel like the elephant was not holding that much water. And then we watered our trees a few times to make them grow, and boom, that's 2 medals for memory falls. Elephants will like us faster. Okay, thank God, because I thought there was something wrong with me. And yeah, I guess this does prove that. But now it won't be a problem. We earned the Animal Wrangler badge, allowing us to pick up the animals and chuck them across the map, you know, my favorite. We can also shove up to 5 animals into our backpacks to take with us to other lands. I'll go ahead and steal a zebra and an elephant. Why not? While we're here, we unlocked a few more animal interactions so they can greet each other and hang out and stuff, you know, which is cute. And also we learned about the charm system. Animals that get lots of pets, I think. Yeah. Animals that get lots of pets will have higher charm levels, which allows them to befriend other animals faster. The animals with charm levels have different color markings, and certain little challenges will require your animals to have charm levels. There's only like 2, so you know, it's not too much to worry about. I had a challenge task to have a 1 charm elephant spray a zebra, and from that, I got a sprinkler medal. I don't think this rewards me anything though, so why the fuck did I do all that? While we're here, let's knock out as many of these goals as possible. Find the magic tree. Well, good thing I've been paying attention. I mean, you know, not that hard to find. The magic trees are offshoots of the tree of life. Okay. And there's going to be more magic trees just like this one in all the other lands. And they're gonna ask for stuff. To be honest, the things that the trees ask us to do are just like very passive tasks. We'll have to travel all around and collect all sorts of various rare items. And so, you know, we're just gonna like go do that, and then we'll come back and give the trees their stuff that they're asking for. And so we won't worry about that for now. We're super close to reaching 100 good energies and memory falls though, so I decided to knock this out by befriending a zebra really quickly. And that is the last challenge complete. Since we only have 1 magic tree goal left, I am gonna dip on out of here. We can either visit the oasis or the savannah first. I chose the savannah. Each chapter gives us a little sprinkle of lore, but just a sprinkle. A traveling merchant from the gazelle tribe discovered the tree of life, guarded by gorillas and seen. See what I mean? Just a sprinkle. The savannah introduces us to the lion totem, who has watched the lions that live here lose their nobility. The lions have lost their aura, and the lion totem is pissed not only because of that, but because the zebras have decided to move in too. Oh my God, how horrible. It's our job to help the lions be less beta, I guess, and to help the zebras mate to increase the size of their pack. Because apparently they are less likely to be hunted down by lions if they move in a larger pack. Let's keep that in mind, yeah? I thought this was the perfect opportunity to pull out Casey, the zebra that's stuffed in my backpack, because we already have a good relationship, so I don't have to go through all the steps of like befriending another zebra. And once Casey made friends with a boy zebra, it was time to make some magic happen. No, don't kick! Jesus Christ. Why is the default action kick? Oh, this is not good. Oh, it's fine. We only had to greet 1 more time, and we're chilling. All right, let's do the thing then. Cute. Not only do we have a baby zebra, but we have the power of zebra friendship now. Moving on to the lions. All we need to do is make a lion friend and have it drum with us. We got drums when we entered this area to play with the lions, and it's just a little jumping mini game. You have to just flail the Wiimote and nunchuck around like crazy, you know? It's nothing special, except for the fact that I had to do this whole thing like 4 times in order to get the achievement. We are pretty much done here. You know, there's a few more challenges we can do, but I'm not really interested in farming friendship with any of the animals here right now, you know, just to reach this good energy goal. But I was running low on fruit. So I was like, okay, let me just like go run around and I'm gonna gather some more fruits before I move on. It was supposed to be just like a chill, cool, fun time, but I kind of forgot that zebras and lions, they don't really mesh well, do they? Oh my god, I have to shake the Wiimote while I'm running away so the zebra doesn't fall over? What the fuck? Yeah, I thought the zebras were safer if they were in their packs. I'm gonna die. Oh no, there's another one. Oh my god. Oh my god, Casey, no. I'm so sorry. I don't know what else I could have done for you. This bitch. I hate it here. I'm going to the Oasis. Man, that was my backpack zebra too. What the hell? Chapter 4. We learned that the merchant tried to sneak past the gorillas to steal from the Tree of Life, but he got caught and was chased away by the gorillas. However, he got away with a single branch. The scandal. I'm on the edge of my seat. Okay, the Oasis seems way more chill. The hippo totem wants us to create more water for the hippos to hang out in. And the elephant totem wants us to water some trees. Okay, everyone. You all better behave. I know a thing or two about hippos. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, I am not dealing with your shenanigans. I thought hippos were supposed to be fierce and dangerous, but actually it's being really cute. This is hippo misinformation if I've ever seen it. The hippo's special talent is dig, so we use our new little hippo friend to dig up the watering holes around the area, and even some special little item spawns. And now we have more water in the oasis and fast hippo friendship. So then we can use our elephant to water the trees. Now we have to harvest 10 groundsel fruits. I don't think the elephants are even able to harvest fruits. I think the only way I can harvest fruits right now is with the zebra, actually. I gotta make a zebra friend real quick. Okay, now we're cooking. Aw. Wait, are they mating? Are we gonna get a little baby hippo? It just shot right out. Ah! Oh my god, I keep forgetting that the zebra's default action is kick. I ran into a problem. We need to collect 10 groundsel fruits, but we only have a few trees. I tried to get the elephant to water the trees, and yeah, it does help make more fruit spawn faster, but it is kind of taking forever. So I ended up using my brain. I planted more trees. I did plant one in the wrong conditions by accident, but I can't move the trees like I used to be able to in the last game. And yeah, I can't harvest things myself. I need a zebra to do that for me. Eventually, I got my elephant to water the trees until they were fully grown, and the zebra was able to collect all 10 fruits. My reward was being able to grab and move water myself instead of relying on elephants to spray things for me. So that, that was a really good reward. Bravo. Does anyone want any water? No, the elephants hate it. Well, the hippos will probably be into it. No? Okay. If no one is gonna appreciate me around here, I'll leave. At this point, I'm not really aiming for completion. I did a few more dig spots. I dug up another watering hole that I had missed. I got my magic tree quest. I'm still not really at the point where I can do any of those. And my other challenge is to get all the zebras off of this lot. Why would I even want to do that? I feel like the zebras have every right to enjoy the oasis too, for now. I'm probably gonna gun for completion, so we'll see what happens. Now that we're done with the savannah and the oasis, we have a choice between the Long Neck Plateau and the Swallow Steppes. I don't want anything to do with lions right now. No, ma'am. I'm still a little traumatized, but I'm down to hang out with some giraffes. We learn that the merchant is the reason for all the magic trees because dude got greedy, kept going back for more magic branches, and now I'm the one having to do stupid quests for the trees. Thanks a lot, guy. The giraffe totem wants us to plant a marula fruit in the Long Neck Plateau for the giraffes. The hippo totem's like, oh, easy. All you need is a level 2 strength hippo to dig up a marula fruit for you. I didn't really know, How do we increase strength levels? I haven't ever gained strength levels before, or maybe I haven't noticed. So I ran through all the interactions. You know, feeding doesn't do it. Petting increases charm, but not strength. And it's the drum game. Great. This is gonna be a workout. It took me quite a few sessions to get my hippo to max strength, but then I was ready to go to town on some dig spots. After a little drinky, of course. You slurp that water, Pebbles. You deserve it. So we walked around, you know, for quite a bit, and I was kind of like, okay, where exactly are the dig spots? I wasn't seeing them anywhere. So I was like, all right, you know, let's take this hippo back to the oasis because, you know, we for sure know that there's dig spots there. Spoiler alert. This is what a dig spot looks like in the Long Neck Plateau. But boy, oh boy, did I not realize this for a very, very long time. In my mind, I was thinking that certain items can only be dug up if you're level 2 strength. And yes, I am indeed correct in that assumption. But certain items can also only be dug up in certain areas. So the marula fruit is indeed waiting for us back at the Long Neck Plateau. Whoops. I mean, throughout this playthrough, you know, we have to do a lot of digging anyways, so it wasn't a complete waste of time. And I did need to just kind of stumble through and figure this out because, yeah, even after doing several laps around the oasis waiting for dig spots to respawn, and even after traveling back to all the previous areas in search of the few dig site spawns that there are, being scared shitless of the lions coming for my prized 2-star strength hippo, oh my god, I was terrified. But it was actually fine, because the lions, they know they can't fuck with Pebbles here. I kept going until I had exhausted all the previously locked hippo content in the whole game, pretty much. I dug up damn near every collectible I could. But then, the kicker is, I was a messy little Let's Player. I got distracted by other stuff, and totally forgot about my hippo digging for a while. I'm sorry, but you know, now that I know what I'm doing, some of these previous medals are just easy dubs. The worst thing I did though, my biggest crime, is that I started the next chapter before I finished chapter 5. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place. I went over to the Swallow Steps. You know, I was thinking that the dig spot that I was looking for was gonna be here, but then the story continued. Our merchant started pushing his magic trees to the neighboring tribes. And that was going great, you know, so naturally, he decided to declare himself the king of the 8 tribes. I got a bad feeling about this guy. Swallow Steps was actually a pretty straightforward area. We've got the gazelle and the lion, prey and predator. And our job is to fulfill the wishes of both totems. In a minute, you know, I still wanted to try to keep digging for the marula fruit, which of course I had no luck doing because thanks to hindsight, we know that the marula fruit is not here. But since I am here, we're just gonna finish out this chapter. So let's befriend a gazelle for our first goal. Use the dodge ability to tire out a lion. I'm gonna need to ask the lions to please stop eating gazelles until I'm ready. You guys are starting to piss me off. It's time. I'm scared. So we need to press A to dodge. Alrighty then. Oh, we're being hunted. We got this. Dodge. Dodge. Excuse me. Oh my god. Well, I mean, we technically completed the task. Oh, train a gazelle to level 1 strength. I'm gonna need a new gazelle. Okay, I have befriended a new gazelle, enough to play the drum game. I hate the drum game. I'm getting exhausted swinging these Wiimotes around so much, but I gotta do what I can, you know, to save these poor gazelles from getting just absolutely slaughtered out there. With level 1 strength, we're able to dodge a little better, I suppose. Okay, we're gonna bait a lion. Oh, wrong button. We're baiting a lion. Oh, no, we don't need to talk to the magic tree right now, actually. Oh, now we have a lot more lions stalking us that I'm personally comfortable with. Oh, we did it. 2 more. Too slow. Get fucked. Now it's time to have a gazelle baby. And then I think we're done with this totem. Not too bad. I hate the lions a lot still, but At least the gazelles have a fighting chance. The zebras were like a total lost cause. I'll just need to sweet talk this little gazelle. I should have known. I should have known. I really don't have anyone to blame but myself. I could have totally avoided that. God damn it. Here we go again. So once we had a gazelle baby and gained the power of gazelle friendship, it was time to help the lions. Specifically, help the lions eat a gazelle. Yeah, I'll be honest, I feel like they did enough of that, but yeah, this is, I guess, the circle of life. And you know what? I'm helping facilitate that. I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top. After growing a tree, we were tasked with catching 2 more gazelles, and then we had 2 lions mate, and we were done. We unlocked the bug attractor, meaning we can now find bugs while playing the drum game. I don't touch too much on bugs during my playthrough, but you can feed bugs to animals just like all the other rare items, and it'll have varying effects on the animals, like to their skills or their needs or whatever. I found this to be more tedious though, trying to remember which bugs do what and constantly referring to the encyclopedia, and also trying to make sure that I'm not feeding anything to any animals that I don't need for those little like magic tree quests. I just didn't feel like keeping track of all that. So I stayed away from feeding anybody anything besides the normal fruit for like most of the game. Getting 10 gazelles to live here. Oh, you know, I tried to do this. I had 1 little gazelle baby, but I'm pretty sure, you know, there's a cooldown on mating, so I decided to just give up on this for now. And plus there's like the whole lions keep eating my gazelles problem, so we're gonna go back to Long Neck Plateau. Pebbles, honey, it's time to figure this out. Every area has dig spots. This one just has to. Yup. Oh yeah, the actual second dig spot I found had the marula fruit. A moment of silence for my dumbass, please. Our reward is the ability to find collectible bugs through the little petting mini game. Oh, but once we do that, we're not off the hook. We need to plant 2 more marula trees. I had already forgotten that I earned the ability to pick up and drop water myself, so I brought my little elephant out to water our tree and make it grow and have it bear more fruit. And then the zebra to help harvest the fruit to plant more trees. Oh, but that's not gonna work. Second dumb thing I did during my playthrough, I was just like, oh, my zebra's not strong enough to kick fruit out of this tree. Now that I know all about the strength mechanics, surely I just need to crank out a couple more drum games and get my zebra all nice and pumped and strong. And then I'll be able to harvest the fruit because, you know, I can't just do it my damn self in this game. I'm so silly, you guys. The zebra will never be able to harvest this fruit. The only one who will is the giraffe. Duh. So now we welcome the giraffe into our lives. Their talent is to collect. Oh my god, I can't believe I spent so much time training that zebra when the giraffes literally make the zebras obsolete. They're so much quicker and better at gathering fruit. But now we have grown 2 more marula trees like I was asked to do. And the next thing is to gather a rare marula fruit, which requires a giraffe with level 2 strength. The giraffes don't do the drum game. They do my least favorite game, the ring toss. I am just terribly bad at the ring toss. There's no timer here, so I don't know why I'm trying to throw these rings so fast. Slow down, girl. The point is to take your time. Really, it's all about precision. And sometimes you have to slow down and, you know, really plan your tosses. I'm not about slow. And that's why I'm missing targets left and right and in the middle. The game does get harder with each toss, and consecutive hits give you a multiplier. So, you know, once I decided to actually concentrate, we were golden. Took forever, but our level 2 giraffe should have no problem finding a rare marula fruit, right? Wrong. The fruit is indeed rare. And once they're plucked, it takes time for them to grow back. I had to spend a really long time planting new trees, watering them the hard way with an elephant instead of just doing it my damn self. And I had to grow so many trees and do so many rounds of twisting and turning and watering and twistering. Gosh, yeah, long neck plateau, it's really throwing me for a loop. I actually got 2 more medals before I managed to harvest the rare fruit, but it wasn't that bad. I just love complaining. As we know, we did get our fruit. We got our fast giraffe friendship medal and somehow completed every goal and challenge. So I wouldn't say it was time wasted at all. I would have had to do all this anyways. I didn't even notice that I had gathered what I needed for the magic tree in the giraffe area. So I went back and completed a few more of the magic trees, since I've just been doing so much gathering. And I also did some more of the random little challenge goals, like have a zebra, befriend a lion. I gathered up enough energy to fully restore one of the previous areas. But there's nothing really to be gained from most of these medals, no special abilities or anything. So I think it actually might just be more beneficial to come back when it's all said and done. And once again, we have 2 areas to choose from with some more lore. This region's got crocodiles. What the hell is that? I'm scared. Over time, the king grew afraid that someone was gonna come snatch up his power. So he decided to build a wall around the Tree of Life to keep it all for himself. Bad idea, Buster. You just destroyed all of Africa, basically. I hate being the bad guys. I don't like playing as the predators. We gotta play as the crocodile and eat 4 gazelles. Pretty sure this crocodile doesn't need to hunt down 4 whole gazelles. That's a lot of food, girl. And with lashes like that, you're already eating. Okay, I'll stop. Come here, you little stinkers. Oh, shoot. They're fast. And my leap is nothing to write home about. Ugh, this is hard. Pull it together, Delia. Oh, wait. Hold on. Nice, nice. Okay, not to be so hard on myself, but it did not occur to me that the crocodile would be way faster in the water. I need to start using my critical thinking skills more. Yeah, she's totally helpless on land, but in the water, Delia's dealing major blows. Sneaking up on them is not really a possibility, so okay. It's time to let go and let God here. Let God, as in I will be using my hand powers to force this gazelle into the water so I can munch it. It's just so fast. Ugh. Come back. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, fast crocodile friendship. This area is way more simple. Now we just need to raise up some more good energy so we can move on. I feel like the fastest way to do that is to befriend the animals through giving pets. I've noticed that the strength training games don't reward really any good energy. Petting will give like 5 or so good energy per session, and normal fruit will give like 1 point. It's somewhat of a grind, but again, it is almost more effort to figure out what rare items I need to avoid feeding animals. And the rare fruits only give like a couple extra good energy points. Come on. The goals for sure help a lot with the good energy. Like finding this death bug would be beneficial. So I whipped out my zebra and I gave it max strength. I was thinking I would get the bug from the drum mini game, but no, I actually had to go out and kick up a bunch of plants, and then I found the bug. Easy mode. That pushed us over the edge, and now Mohawk's coming with us to Volcano Gulch. Good on these challenge medals for now. Chapter 8. The fall of the fortress. Who could have seen that coming? Of course, everything started falling apart because the king walled off the Tree of Life. You don't just do that, bro. So the tribe stormed his fortress, and the king, he got away. Dude. What a little bitch. We're so close. We just have this area, Volcano Gulch, and then one more area. Rhinos live here. They're thirsty and sad, and a big steaming rock is causing a lot of disturbance. We have to figure out how to get rid of it. Naturally, I can't just like do anything myself. It's rhino time. She's beautiful. Camilla, you are the one. I love that the girl animals get mascara. It's funny that we're like, we need to differentiate between girl and boy animals. How do we do that? The girls, they get Ardell Wispies. And now we charge. Yeah, I should have known. Ring toss time. Oh boy, my favorite. Yay, we did it. We saved the thirsty rhinos. We can befriend them faster now, and we can use them to smash rock and harvest plant really fast at the plant's expense. We found the rhino cookie, and we'll talk about cookies later, but that was our magic tree goal for Volcano Gulch. Everyone's living happily ever after. We're super close to reaching our energy goal for completion, so I got that out of the way, got my useless medal, charged into 3 animals at once for the last challenge medal, and left. Bye. The home stretch, y'all. We're going to meet the gorillas. I think they forgot to give the gorillas pupils. 100 lisses versus 1 SimAnimals gorilla. Who's winning? So the mob was trying to tear down the Tree of Life. Not sure exactly why they blamed the tree for all their problems. I think this was all just in the name of anarchy. They blocked the Tree of Life's magical water sources with giant stones. Of course, this made the Tree of Life sick, and eventually the humans left the land altogether. Because humans suck. Not us, though. We are gonna save the land and help the Tree of Life prosper again. The gorilla totem was like, okay, we need to get the tree's water sources unblocked, and we need to get a gorilla up on the altar to pound its chest to heal the tree. Obviously, guys. Using our fabulous, beautiful, gorgeous rhino friend, we destroy each of the stone blocks and replenish the streams. Now this is a little bit more challenging because the tree is constantly producing bad vibes, which is lowering our energy every so often while we're in the area. This didn't actually make it any harder though. I just basically did what I would normally do to raise the good energy up. I didn't even have to use special food or anything. I only had to befriend a few of the gorillas and then some, so I had a little bit of extra time to do the ceremony without worrying about falling below the 30 energy requirement because I'm so smart and I plan ahead. But of course, I need a gorilla to be max skills in order to perform the ceremony. I should have known. This would have been a good time to find a bug or a rare fruit to feed to a gorilla, but honestly, I'm a SimAnimals expert by now, and I'm starting to get pretty good at this drum game. It's time. Our gorilla hops up, does his thing, and the Tree of Life is restored once again. We get our reward, and then our flashback to chapter 10 begins. Tired, hungry, and old, the king returns to his former home. He sits next to a baby gorilla and shares his last piece of fruit with her. The good deed caused the wilted flowers of the Tree of Life to grow, and he realizes there's still hope to restore the land. He activates an energy stone so that one day a hero could find their way here and save the day. That's us, you guys. That's us. We're the heroes. That's it. It was a little unsatisfying, honestly. There's for sure got to be more to the story once we've completed all the challenges, right? So it's about that time. My favorite time. It's time to go back. Get a good energy level of 200 to save the land. Fun. And get a gorilla to scare 5 rhinos at once with chest pound. Guess which one was harder to achieve? Yup, I spent more time trying to scare 5 rhinos simultaneously than I did gathering 200 good energy. More effort, at least. I had rhinos popping out babies left and right. I thought about going back and kidnapping rhinos from previous areas, but I thought, I'll just periodically keep making these babies while I work on the farming of the energy. It's just really difficult to get the rhinos to be exactly where they need to be. This is a large radius, but honestly, not large enough. They all need to be very close together, and there's only so much I can do about that before they all start scurrying off to do whatever it is that rhinos do. A whole lot of nothing, I'll tell you that much. It was painful. Gathering the energy, not so much. I did try to experiment with some more potential energy gathering methods after the game was already pretty much over. I know. But I remembered back to the first game, planting played way more of a significant part in that one. But in SimAnimals Africa, we really just haven't been doing much planting at all. Unless you're like trying to hunt for rare items. Plants don't really affect the environment or the energy. Of course, you need plants so that the animals have something to eat, but planting doesn't really do anything for you. And like, why would I do that if it wasn't benefiting me? Like, come on. I know we're like supposed to be saving the land, but like, if you're not gonna reward me for planting trees, like I'm not doing it. Oh my God, that sounds crazy. Rhinos started visiting more though because the vibes were like super good probably. And they're like, oh hey, we wanna hang out over here. The more, the merrier. What? I can't chest pound in the water, oh my God. This would have been so perfect. Why do you do this to me, game? It's okay. We'll camp. This is it. This is it. Yes! Finally, we did it. Our last task here was 200 energy, the largest amount that we have had to accumulate by far. And then we were free to go back and restore the other lands, which mostly consisted of farming even more good energy in most of the previous areas. We did get to most of the areas, but we still had a few that I had to go back and do. I did try to feed the animals some of my rare items, and what do you know? The rhino cookie turns your animal into a rhino. In case you're in a pinch, you can use the animal cookies to transform animals. Again, I cannot stress enough that it is the end of the game and I'm finding this out. Challenge goals mostly carried us though. We only had a few left. Have 10 gazelles live in the Swallow Steppes. If you remember, their population was dwindling bad because of the neighboring lion pack. But it's cool. I'm much more well equipped to handle these situations now. 10 gazelles, alive and well. We needed a crocodile to catch a gazelle on land, and hey, I won't lie, this took me a couple of tries. A lot of tries. A lot of planning. A lot of plans falling through. Not the easiest medal, that's for sure. And finally, the challenge goal that I've been dreading. Get all of the zebras off this lot. I really don't know how else I would achieve this one. My only idea is to bring the zebra's enemy over in my backpack. Unfortunately, it's lion time. This just feels cruel, man. I'm so sorry, you poor little zebras. Oh, I'm so awful. I feel like a monster. The chomper medal. I don't like that. It was all worth it though. Once we had activated all of the energy stones, we unlocked the true, real ending of the game. Chapter 11, no bankruptcy here. You have helped all the lands thrive once again. You are so welcome. It will take time for the land to replenish. Well, of course. Rome wasn't built in a day. The animals are forever grateful to you and eagerly await your next visit. Probably not the zebras though. I would guess they probably don't really like me very much anymore. And in case you're wondering, I did grind out the last few of the magic tree quests. Most of them were super easy. I just had naturally accumulated all of the items that I needed throughout my playthrough, but there were two. There's always one, but this time there were two. First things first, dig up 5 Bombura roots. I already had 2, and since I had previously discovered this item, I had an encyclopedia entry telling me that the Bombura root is in the ground where the zebras and the hippos live. Gathering up the rest of the roots was tedious, sure, but having that information helped narrow down where I needed to search. The bride flower, this one was a little more vague. You'll have to find an animal that can get fruit from the tops of trees to find this flower. Now, I had my best giraffe out there on the case. I had my giraffe gathering fruit from all the trees and the bushes in the area of the magic tree, as well as every single other area before I gave up. And I just went back to the area with the tree. I didn't have the bride flower encyclopedia entry because I hadn't gotten one yet. And there's like 0 information online about this game. Nothing in the manual. I checked it. There's cheats on how to get a rainbow zebra. Why the fuck would I need that? I was out there on my own, experimenting with just about everything. I planted more types of trees and bushes. I did everything I could think of. But this seems to be just pure RNG. I was just about to give up, which would have sucked because this is my very last achievement in the whole game. But I was blessed with a bride flower right as I was about to admit defeat. And my reward for completing every magic tree goal in the game, the ability to move trees and bushes. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I gotta be honest, I went into this game not expecting much. The first SimAnimals thoroughly irritated me. I played through it and I thought it was funny and cute, but I didn't think it was like a good game at all. It's just one of those Wii games that's just like so clunky to play that you don't really want to go back to it ever again, unless you feel like tossing around some squirrel. So I wasn't like super stoked to look at this one, but you guys, you gassed it up and you were right. I thought it was a really fun, cute game. I think it's way better than SimAnimals. The animals are cuter. The animals and the interactions with the animals are way more of like the central focus in this game. So it's definitely giving more of like a Sims game than a plant trees simulator. You know what I mean? And now I'm kind of interested in the DS games. Maybe we will touch on these ones soon. I am kind of curious about them, okay? I might be SimAnimals pilled slightly. But hey, we gotta take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Squarespace. I'm sure a lot of you are actually in the market for a website. Maybe you are starting up a small business and you are in need of a professional web presence. And look, you know, there's so many reasons that you could need a website. You could be selling product online, selling in-person services. Maybe if you're like a salon owner, a personal trainer, a photographer, an artist with a portfolio, you name it. And Squarespace has a beautiful, clean, and professional website template waiting for you. It is just so easy to get started. But you might also be looking to make something a little more custom. So you might also be interested in Squarespace Blueprint. It only takes a few minutes to create your website, decide on your theming, pick which pages you want, sections of your homepage, decide on your fonts and your colors, the fun part, and Squarespace Blueprint will make the perfect template for you. Small businesses thrive on Squarespace. They have very useful SEO and analytic tools, flexible payments with many popular payment methods, schedule appointments and send invoices, and then they offer many third-party integrations to help you manage your business. Make sure you check out listthelast.com. I hear it's a pretty good website. And you can, of course, get your own by going to squarespace.com for a free trial. And then once you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/listthelast or use my code listthelast and you will receive 10% off of your very first purchase of a website or domain. Before I let you go, I wanted to make sure you know that I have started streaming on Twitch again. I took a break for about a year from streaming, and I'm back and I'm having so much fun doing it. I'm gonna be streaming a ton next month in June for Pride Month. We'll be fundraising for some LGBT charities and causes, so please, if you would like to support, feel free to come and pop on in. I also started posting a little bit more Let's Play stuff on my second channel, so make sure you check that out if you are into that. I hope you're having a great day and you continue to do so, and I will see you in the next one.